So in the last lecture, we have seen that for this particular grammar, this is the first and follow, and this is the parsing table. Now, depending upon the first and follow and with the help of this parsing table, now we'll see the stack implementation. You know that the output of syntax analyzer is the parse tree. And for a given input string, if the parser is able to generate the parse tree, it means that string is syntactically correct, right? For a given input string, if parser could generate the parse tree, it means that input string is syntactically correct. In case of top-down parser, or in case of top-down parsing, the generation of parse tree starts from the start symbol. In case of top-down parsing, the generation of parse tree will start from the start symbol. So we'll see here if the grammar is the one which is given here. So in this case, the start symbol is E. So the generation of parse tree will start from the start symbol E. So start symbol is E and the current input symbol is ID. Now, you know that in a production, for a one particular non-terminal, there could be multiple alternatives on the right-hand side. In the production rule, for a non-terminal, there could be multiple alternatives on the right-hand side. So which alternative should be selected to generate the parse tree? The answer of this question will be given with the help of parsing table. So our start symbol is E and the current input symbol which we have is ID. So we'll take the help of parsing table and we'll see for the E start symbol and ID as the input string, what is the expansion. So we can see E8th row and ID8th column, we got that E expanded to TE dash. Now I'm focusing only on the generation of parse tree, and later we'll see how the stack helps in the development of the parse tree. So just focus on the parse tree area. So for E start symbol, it's for the input symbol ID, we know that E got expanded to TE dash, right? Now again we have as this is the LL parser, we know that the one of the L starts from for parsing of the input string from left to right, and another L it starts from leftmost derivation. So in this expansion, you will see there are two non-terminals T and E dash. And because we have leftmost derivation, the non-terminal which comes first from the left-hand side will get expanded. And that is the reason the T will get expanded first. So again, we'll take the help of parsing table to check to what alternative this T will get expanded. Right? We'll take the help of parsing table to see to what alternative this T will get expanded. So we'll see the Tth row and Idth column. So Tth row and Idth column. So this you can see the T can get expanded to Ft dash. So T get expanded to Ft dash. Now again, due to leftmost derivation, the F will get expanded first. So we have F and we have ID as a current input symbol. So we'll see the Fth row and Idth column. So we'll see what we got. F produces ID. So F will produce ID. So we'll get parsing tree like this. Now what is next? Here we got ID. This is this ID can match with the current symbol. It means we got the first character from the uh, input string. So we will parse or we will expand the parse tree to get the next input symbol, that is plus. So the next input symbol is T, and the next non-terminal which will expand is T dash, because it is a leftmost derivation. So see that T dashed row and plus column. So you got the T dash get expanded to epsilon. All right. After that, what is the next non-terminal? E dash. So E dashed row and plus as a column. So E dash get expanded to plus T E dash. Now you could see the first symbol here is plus, and the current input symbol is also plus. So we got the second symbol. So we will, and this is the terminal, so it cannot get expanded further. So we will see, we have to expand the next non-terminal, which is T. So Tth row and idth column. So T will get expanded to Ft dash. Now here again we have to expand F. So Fth row and idth column. So F get expanded to id. Now again this is the terminal, so it won't get expanded further. So we have to see the expansion of T dash. And here id, it got the matching input symbol here. So we will have to search the next input symbol. We have to expand a T dash for the next input symbol. So T dash row and star as a column. So T dash row and star as a column. So your T dash will get expanded to star F T dash. Now you can see here the symbol which we are having on the left hand side in all the productions, it is appearing exactly on the left side. Just see here, T dash, it get expanded to F T dash, right? Now again the star is a terminal, and we got this matching with the current input symbol. So we will uh, parse the input string to the next left symbol, which is id. And because it is a terminal, there is no further expansion possible. So we will move to the next symbol, which is F. So F is a non-terminal, we'll need to expand F. So Fth row and idth column. So we got F get expanded to id. Now id is a terminal, it can't get expanded further. So we have to, and id it got matching with the current input symbol. So we will parse further, we'll parse the input string further for the next left hand side input symbol. So T dash and a dollar. So T dash row and dollar column. So T get expanded to epsilon. So now this the expansion of T dash is done. Now we have to expand the E dash. So E dash row and dollar column. So we got, you can see the production here, E dash get expanded to epsilon. So E dash get expanded to epsilon. Now here after you can see there is no non-terminal left, and this way the expansion of E is completely done, and you can see you got here ID, this is epsilon. So we don't need to consider this ID. So you got plus, then ID, then star, then ID. So you got that input symbol ID plus ID into ID, and here it is epsilon, so we don't need to consider. So you can see with the help of this parsing table how the parse tree can get generated. But you know that because this is a graphical representation, compiler cannot generate the parse tree. Then what is the way, or what is the way to represent this parse tree or the generation of the parse tree? So parse tree generation can be done, or compiler is generating the parse tree with the help of stack. Now, if you have understood this, then I'll proceed further. Now we'll see how this parsing tree can get generated, or how the compiler generates the parse tree. So compiler takes the help of stack and the parsing table to generate the parse tree. So as you see, as you know, if it is, because it is a top-down parser, the parsing will start from the start symbol, which is E. And that is the reason E, the start symbol, is the first symbol which will get pushed in the stack first. So it's E. Now, as we have done earlier, we'll compare this E with ID. So parse table will tell to what alternative this E will get expanded. So see E8th row and ID8th column. So E get expanded to TE dash. So you can see E get expanded to TE dash. So when E get expanded to TE dash, you can see what you got in the stack. The leftmost symbol on the production, that is E, it get popped, it get removed from the stack, and the right hand side, the expansion of that E, it get pushed in the stack. And because it is a leftmost derivation, you know that the T is a non-terminal which should get expanded first. You can say T is on the top of the stack and E dash is after that. So you can say E dash is coming after T in the production. Similarly, E dash is coming after T in the stack also. So we have to push E dash first so that we could have the T on the top of the stack. You got a reason why the T should be on the top of the stack? Because it is a leftmost derivation and T should get expanded first, and that is the reason the symbol which will get parsed first or which will get expanded first should be non-terminal T, and that is the reason it should be on the top of the stack. So again, compare the Tth row and Idth column here. So your T will, it will get expanded to Ft dash here, right? Here you will get Ft dash. So T, it got expanded to Ft dash. Again, the F is a symbol which will get parsed first if we'll compare F and T dash. In this two, F is a non-terminal which should get expanded first because it is a leftmost derivation, and that is the reason you can say T dash we pushed first in the stack so that we got F on the top of the stack. We push T dash and F in such a way that we should get F on the top of the stack. Now again, because you have to expand F, so F you are having on the top of the stack. Compare this F, Fth row and Idth column, you get F produces ID. So F get expanded to ID. Right? You can see on the top of the stack you are having ID now because F get expanded to ID. F get replaced with ID. We popped the F and we pushed ID. Now you got ID and ID here. So you got the first terminal from your input string. So we will move our pointer to the left hand side to get the another symbol in the input string. So the next input symbol, the next symbol which will get parsed is T dash. So you can say because T dash is a non-terminal on the top of the stack, so we will expand T dash. So T dash and T dash row and plus column. So T dash row and plus column. So we got production T dash produces epsilon. So T dash will get expanded to epsilon. If that is the case, we simply have to pop T dash from the stack. Right? Now what you have on the top of the stack, E dash, and the symbol, input symbol is plus. So E dash and plus. So you can see E dash expanded to plus T E dash. So here you can find it is plus T E dash. Plus T E dash. So accordingly, you will push E dash, T and plus so that you could get plus at the top of the stack. So plus, it got matched with the current input symbol. So now because of this matching, now we will move our pointer to the left hand side. So the next symbol which we have to identify will be ID. So current symbol on the top of the stack is T. So Tth row, idth column. So T get expanded to Ft dash. So we will pop T and we will push T dash first and then F, so that we'll have F on the top of the stack, right? Here F, which will get parsed next. So that is the reason we got F here. So F and ID, again, F is the topmost symbol, ID is the current symbol, input symbol. So F at row, ID at column. So F get expanded to ID. Now we got ID and ID here, input symbol ID. On the top of the stack, you have ID, both are matching. So we will move our pointer to the next input symbol, that is star, and we will pop the ID from the stack. So topmost symbol in the stack is T dash and the current input symbol is star. So T dash and star. So we got production F star Ft dash. So T dash will get expanded to star Ft dash. So it get expanded to star Ft dash. Accordingly, you can see the change in the stack. T dash, then F and star. We pop the T and we push T dash, F and star. Now you can say on the top of the stack we have a terminal. So this terminal and the terminal in the input string, it is matching. So we will pop the terminal from the stack and we will move our input pointer to the left symbol, the symbol which is on the left side. So after this pop operation, we got F on the top of the stack and ID is the current input symbol. So see Fth row and IDth column. So F get expanded to ID. So it means we will pop F and we will push ID. So now ID it is matching. So we will pop ID and we will move our pointer to the next input symbol in the input stream. So ID get pop, we moved our input symbol to the left hand side. So now the pointer is pointing to the dollar and the topmost symbol on the stack is T dash. So T dash row and dollar column. It is T dash produces epsilon. So because it is producing epsilon, we simply have to pop T dash. Now E dash is the topmost symbol on the stack and dollar is the input symbol. So see E dash the row and dollar column, we can see we have a production, E dash produces epsilon. So this E dash will get popped from the stack because E dash is producing epsilon. And now we have dollar on the top of the stack and we have dollar in the input symbol. So here you can say it is the end of the uh, parsing. Why? Because dollar is the symbol which tells this is the end of the stack and dollar it is a right hand side end mark of the input string. And when you got dollar on the top of the stack and dollar uh, uh, as a current input symbol, if both the places we have dollar, it means the parsing is over. And if we got the input string, so it means this input string is acceptable. Otherwise we would have never reached to the dollar. We will never reach to the dollar symbol either on the stack and also at the right hand side of the input string. Because we reach to the dollar, it indicates that the input string is syntactically correct and it is acceptable by the grammar. So next topic is ambiguity and how we'll identify the grammar itself is ambiguous. So this is the grammar and the first and follow for this grammar is this, right, which you can very well derive. And this is the parsing table. Depending upon this first and follow, we have this parsing table. You can see here you have multiple entries in the same cell, that is S dash row and Eth column. Here you can see there are multiple entries. In rest of the cases you have only single entry. So when you have multiple entries in the parsing table, it means this grammar is not LL1. This grammar is not LL1. Now, what are the rules? Depending upon that, you can decide that the grammar is LL1 or not. So that I can show in the next slide. But can you tell me what is the reason why we got here multiple entries? Can anybody tell why we got this? You can check the first and follow and you can guess.
Because of epsilon, ma'am.
Because of epsilon, true, true. See here, there, if you'll see the first of S dash, and if you'll see the follow of S dash, you will see E is the common symbol in both. E is a common symbol in first and follow of S dash.
Yes.
Right. So because E is a symbol in the first of S dash, you have this production S dash produces ES, right? Because E, the symbol in the first of S dash, you have this production, no? S dash produces ES.
Yes.
Yes, and because epsilon is also in the first of S dash, you need to see the follow of S dash. Epsilon is there in the first of S dash, so you'll need to check the follow of E dash, S dash, sorry. So in the follow of S dash, you have dollar and E. So if you have E here, you will need to put S dash produces epsilon, this production in Eth column S dash row.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the reason when you have a common symbol in first and follow of some non-terminal, and also the follow of that non-terminal contains epsilon, then that grammar cannot be LL1. When you have a common symbol in first and follow, and also epsilon in the first of that non-terminal, then the grammar cannot be LL1. You could see the rules. No ambiguous or left recursive grammar can be LL1, right? So we have to remove the left recursion so that to make that grammar, we need to prepare the grammar for LL1. To prepare the grammar for LL1, we need to remove the left recursion and all the ambiguities, right? Then the grammar G is LL1 if and only if A produces alpha or beta, and this production should hold the following condition. Alpha and beta both should not start with the common terminal. Just assume that if alpha starts with A and beta also starts with small a. So you will have A produces A. So in the Ath row and terminal Ath column, what production you will put? A produces alpha or A produces beta? There will be a problem, no? And if you would have left factor the grammar, so you will not have this problem, right? Assume that A produces small b x, right? Alpha is small b x and beta is small b t, right? I'll write here. Alpha is bd and beta is bt. If this is the case, so first of A is B, first of A is B for this
Yes.
production, and for this production also first of A is B. For both the productions, first of A is B. So in the Ath row and Bth column, what production you will write? A produces Bd or A produces Bt? In this case, you will have multiple entries, no?
Yes.
Yes. But if you left factor this grammar, if you take this B common and B A dash and A dash produces D or T, so you can overcome this such type of ambiguity, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is the meaning that alpha and beta should not start with the common terminal. Now, either alpha or beta can produce empty string. Alpha can be epsilon or beta can also be epsilon. But if any one of them is epsilon, then they should not share the common symbol in first and follow. Right now? If either alpha or beta, if any one of them is epsilon, see, compare this A produces alpha or beta. Remember this production. I will go in the previous slide. Now, if you compare A produces alpha or beta with this, this is your alpha, this is your beta, right? And the first and follow, if that is the case, if that is the case, then it is said that it should not A produces alpha or beta. If you'll compare this production with S dash produces ES or alpha, so your S dash produces ES or epsilon. So in this case, your alpha is ES and beta is epsilon. So either alpha or beta can be epsilon. But if that is the case, the first and follow of S dash should not share the common symbol the way it is here, E and E. Getting no? If that is the case, either alpha or beta can produce empty string. If beta produces epsilon, then first of alpha and follow of A should not have common terminal A. This is what is the meaning.